In today's video, I'm going to show you the best project, since Bitcoin, in my opinion, is the best risk reward I ever seen. So first of all, Bitcoin showing tremendous strength. As you can see, this is the view of the terminal I created. I did this for myself in the beginning, but then I started to realize that I could help a lot of investors and traders. This pulls data for crypto, stock market, macro, all in one. It's still not live, still testing, but very soon it's going to be released. So if you wanna test it, let me know in the comments. As you can see, Bitcoin really strong, above 74k. Let's see if we can keep up with this momentum. As you can see, we are still at the extreme fear 24, so I think makes sense that Bitcoin could even go between 85 to 90k. If you look on the markets, really strong overall. Almost everything is green. Tau, the project I'm going to speak today, is 52% in the last week or so. So really strong. When we look at the funding rates, people are starting to long again the market. And as you can see here on the chart, there is a good supply zone around 80k. If we cross this level, we're going to go back to this previous range. We have a supply between 88 and 90k. If we go above that, we could again go to 100k. I think this is still a bear market rally. If we start closing above 100k, that's where I think my thesis is invalidated. But for now, I still think Bitcoin is going higher than this. Hyperliquid also very strong, 23%. Zcash also one of my biggest convictions, but Tau, my number one, 52%. I think this is largely because of Templar. So Templar is a subnet in the Tau BitTensor ecosystem, and they proved by the first time ever that you can train a 72 billion parameter model in a decentralized way. So as you can see here, centralized labs, OpenAI, Anthropic, Google rely on massive clusters, private high-speed networks, carefully curated approved participants. And this experiment demonstrates that you can reach frontier quality level without any of that infrastructure, using random internet connected to GPUs anyone can provide by a BitTensor. So this is one subnet on Tau that even one of the team members of Anthropic already spoke about. So one subnet Tau has 128 subnets. So let's go into it. What is Tau BitTensor? So Tau is a decentralized protocol where machine intelligence is priced, exchanged, and continuously optimized through cryptographic incentives, solving the centralized problem of OpenAI and Google. Yes, AI is one of the biggest technologies we ever had, but it's super centralized. And Tau is the first project that is trying to decentralize AI, and is proving that many subnets are already outpacing some centralized AI ones, just by the power of incentives. As you can see, Tau BitTensor has the same tokenomics like Bitcoin. 21 million Taus will ever exist, having every 4 years, fairly launched. What's the value proposition? Access to intelligence. While Bitcoin is a store of value, miners use the compute power to secure the network. In the BitTensor ecosystem, miners are actually not only securing the network, but also solving real-world problems. As you can see here, Tau, you can categorize Tau in 3 different things. You can speak about miners. Miners are the ones that provide compute and models. They are competing to solve specific tasks. You also have validators that evaluate the miner outputs and rank performance to ensure quality. And then you have the subnets. Subnets are the ones that propose the problems, and then miners have to compete with each other to solve these problems. And if they are really good, they are rewarded in Tau. And as you can see here, this is only one example, subnet 3, decentralized model training. As I showed a few days ago, they proved that they could train a 72 billion parameter model by independent miners across the open internet without a centralized cluster. So these are big news, and this is just one of the subnets. We're going to have thousands of subnets in the future. And I think Tau is just an improvement of centralized AI. So Tau is really good bet, in my opinion, has the same characteristics as Bitcoin, is decentralized, fairly launched, no VCs behind the scenes, and introduces a set of things that Bitcoin can't. So it's composable, permissionless, censorship resistant, and also has the scarcity element. And instead of just being, which is a big thing, just securing the network, being a really good store of value, Tau basically takes that to another level by allowing anyone in the world to contribute and solve any problem. So in my opinion, this is my biggest conviction. Now let's look at the chart. As you can see here, Tau is at 297. We have this level here, like big supply zone for Tau. So if there is a level that I expect Tau to correct, is around here. If not, if we start closing between 300 and 332, then we have free lunch to 400. I think this is the biggest level. Also, if you look at momentum indicator right here, every single time that we were this high, we tended to have corrections. There are maybe 2-3 times that we didn't. Could be this one of those times, yes. But honestly, I think around here, I could even put this bigger. Around this area here, I expect Tau to have some kind of correction. Either ways, when you look at Tau against Bitcoin, that's a freaking big move, as you can see here. So 80% move against Bitcoin. And if you look at Tau against Ethereum as well, also 72%. If you look on the weekly, we are just starting against Ethereum. As you can see, this looks like an accumulation for me. Definitely, this could be a level where Tau goes down a bit. If not, we are going to all-time highs against Ethereum. Against Bitcoin, it's still a bit far from all-time highs. But as you can see, this is the level. Above this, and Tau goes to this one here. So on the weekly, we still have also more upside. On the daily is where, when you look overall, we could definitely see a move down. But chart is looking amazing. I think people sooner or later will realize that this project is in the same category as Bitcoin, is as disruptive. What Bitcoin did for money, Tau is doing for artificial intelligence. And in my opinion, I think is the best risk reward. Of course, when you look at the macro, the geopolitical situation, things are not looking good. But I think sooner or later, especially when things calm down a bit, projects like Tau, Zcash, Hyperliquid, I think they are the next gem, the next best projects in the crypto space. And I think Tau and Hype especially are top 5 projects. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much.